here for the final item of our 4-hour in the kitchen with David.
How are you holding up?
Fine. I've had a lot to eat tonight and sugar, so I'm good. But the first time I worked with Bob Warden with this particular item, you said to me, we're going to do things that you couldn't do in any other vessel, cooker, any other appliance from anybody else. And I think that's what Ninja is all about. You guys love this. It's customer top rated. 5 of our colors are sold out, so I really wouldn't wait long on what we have for you, because in less than a year, over 85,000 of these have been ordered. And lots of you come back for more, like we've heard from you. So we've got black, we have white, we have beautiful cinnamon, all the shades that work with your kitchen. And you might say, well, what is this? Like, what is a cooking system? We had to call it that because it does so much.
Yes, it does. So for instance, right now, you hear that sizzle? We have this set on skillet setting, which means that we are browning the meat. And we're browning a prime rib here because we're going to cook it in a unique way in this kitchen system. We're going to brown it first, then we're going to steam it and cook it in half the time, preserve way more moisture, like 20–30% less moisture loss. So what we did is we browned this on the skillet setting. So I'm going to take it out briefly, put it on our rack. That's our steam rack. And then we're going to add to here our liquid. So this is some stock, and to the stock we're going to add some aromatics, some rosemary, and some garlic, and then we're going to put the roast right back in on the steam rack. Now, this is called steam roasting. In order to steam roast, I come around to the front of the unit. You see here I've had it set on the skillet setting. We have low, medium, and high, so I was browning it. We go right back past our slow cook, because we can slow cook in here, as you're going to see in a minute. We go right past buffet, because this will hold things for a buffet later, and we go to the oven setting, which defaults to 350. I turn it to 375, and then I set the time for 55 minutes. Because we're going to cook this prime rib, which would normally take 2–3 hours. We're going to do it now in 55 minutes by steam roasting. Take a look at this. In your regular oven, it's a dry oven, right? Right. It's sitting there, it's a big box.
It's a dry heat, right?
So everything dries out as it cooks and reaches that done temperature. In the Ninja, we are steam roasting. So we're roasting in a steam environment. So look at here.
Wow.
We've browned this roast, and now we can take it out. We can let it rest for a minute, all right? And we're going to see just how juicy this has come out. And inside of here now, that liquid, that stock that we started with, we are going to now remove the aromatics, get them out of there, and that's all that is infused, that flavor into it.
Again, why is it not smell-o-vision? Because it smells so good.
Because steam will carry that into the meat, right? And then we're going to come back around here in front. We're going to take it from the oven setting, we'll put it back to the skillet setting, and then we're going to make our gravy.
Wow,
all
right
in
on top.
One vessel. So
why do we call it a cooking system? Now that is why.
Now we're just going to make our gravy without dirtying another dish. And while the gravy is being made, of course, that roast will rest.
Right. I also want to put out, we have the wonderful Ninja Cooking Easier, Healthier, and Better, a cookbook that our own Bob Warden was so proud to bring to QVC. So that is available separately. Talk about home for the holidays.
No, that actually comes with it.
Oh, it comes with it. I thought it was separate.
No.
You mean you get this whole cookbook?
You get that whole cookbook with it. This is what has made the cooking system so successful.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so here you go. We're calling it Holidays at Home. And if you say, I really want to have my family around the table, but I don't know how to do it, well, this is the way to do it, because we've browned, we've steamed, you can slow roast, you can basically stovetop cook, and I love it for the buffet because I think it makes such an elegant buffet server.
This is just one of its many functions. So now we come around to this roast. Remember, we browned it first and then we steam roasted. Now, I want you to take a look at something. On the outside of any prime rib, that first piece is going to be well done or medium well, and it's going to be dry. Well, not anymore. Just take a look at that.
Wow, honey, that's not dry, baby.
That is not dry. Why? Because we didn't cook it in that dry oven. We cooked it in a steam environment. So you get such a wonderful, moist roast.
Okay, so, and you're going to get everything that you need, whether you get the cinnamon, the black, or the white. You're going to get the pans that you need, because baking in here is amazing. As Bob said, yes, Janie, you get the cookbook. You get all the utensils. You get those wonderful forks to get the chicken or the roast in and out. all of this truly is a system, and I love the fact that our customers went to QVC.com and said, we got to give this 5 stars. So it's customer top rated. But Bob, we've seen colors sell out right and left. Watch your step there, big guy. So we want to let you know, we have black, we have white, we have cinnamon left. If you purchased it, a total retail value is $186, the featured price $159.12, but then we get our 5-pay easy pay and reduced shipping and handling tonight.
Now, in this cookbook with 150 recipes, we devoted 50 of the recipes to what we call meals in 30 minutes or less.
Okay.
So when you come home from work and all of a sudden, what am I going to have for dinner? Well, go to your pantry and find your favorite pasta.
Okay.
In this case, we're going to take spaghetti. Now, notice we've already browned down in the bottom on the skillet setting, we've browned our onions all in the same vessel, right? So now we're going to add our dry pasta. That's right, dry pasta. We're going to add frozen. So you can have it frozen, whether it's shrimp or beef or meatballs. We have recipes for every kind of meat and pasta combination you can think of. And what we learned was the right amount of liquid, okay, to add to that combination and seasoning so that we end up with the perfect combination of time so that all these meals can be done in less than 30 minutes.
And you know how sometimes they'll say prep time, and then that says like an hour and a half? You just prep that in what, 2 minutes? Because that's about what time we have left here at QVC. And then here is this gorgeous finished result in 30 minutes. Can you serve that up and say hi to Linda at the same time?
I sure can.
Hello, Linda. Probably
Hello,
our
Linda.
final
How are you?
caller and in the kitchen with David tonight. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Awesome. Do you have this or are you ordering it tonight?
I do have this. I'm sitting there looking at the black one, and I love my black one. I've
Oh,
used
good.
so many things.
What? Like, what do you love about it, Linda, and why would you recommend it to family and friends?
It is EAZY. Easy.
Now, does it change the way you cook in the kitchen? Do you use your big oven less? Do you use this for a skillet
yes,
often?
I
Do you use it as a slow cooker?
Less than yeah, I do. I've cooked spaghetti in mine. I have cooked beef stew in mine. I have cooked lasagna, chicken, rice. It's just, oh, man, it's awesome.
Yeah, it goes on and on and on. And, you know, we spent almost 2 years, Linda, working on this cookbook. And every recipe in here was developed by my recipe development team, where we tasted and tested and tasted and tested, because all of a sudden this is revolutionary that you have a machine that you can brown, you can slow cook, you can roast, steam bake, slow cook, and then hold it in a buffet service. And I bet you're using it in all those ways.
You know what, honey? I've been living so long and cooking for so long, I have not even opened that recipe book.
You're kidding. So even if you don't have the book, you intuitively know what to do with this.
I do.
Wow.
Well, bless your
You're
heart,
my kind of
Linda.
cook.
Thank you for spending the evening with us and spending time in the kitchen with David, and you have a wonderful, happy holiday weekend.
Thank you, honey. You too.
Thanks, sweetie. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So, I mean, I love to entertain, so I went right to the fact that, oh, isn't this a beautiful buffet server? But how about the fact that I could do all of the prep work and all of the cooking in the same system? That's what makes this so cool. And you mentioned, are you using your oven? You know, you can be in a part of the country where it stays hot a long, long time from now. So every time we know we heat up the kitchen by heating up the oven, this can go anywhere. And my big pet peeve is that Thanksgiving morning, you're trying to get everything in the oven, you're trying to get that turkey trussed and ready to go, and everybody's coming in trying to get breakfast. Put an egg bake, put a breakfast bake in here, put it in another room in the house,
I
right?
think a good thing to do would be to come around here and let me show you how simple the controls are as you're taking this through its paces. So remember, this is called the Ninja 3-in-1, right? So the first thing that we'll do, of course, is it will operate as a skillet. So just like on your stove, you have low, medium, and high. So if you're sauteing, you want to brown something, you select low, medium, or high. Then if you want to slow cook, you may brown first. Now, how many slow cookers recipes call for browning first?
You have to do it on the stovetop, and then you've got to transfer it in, and that's a pain.
So you got two messes, right? But now we just brown. Then we go over to slow cook. Now, slow cook gives you the choice of low or high, okay? And then you can change the time. So many of our recipes are slow cooked, but they may only take 30 minutes, right, to do. So you select the time. When things are done, you just turn it to buffet. And even if your family is coming to eat over several hours period of time.
Because there's sports teams coming in and practice is over later, you can keep it nice and warm.
It keeps it at the perfect, safe temperature, okay? And then you can turn it all the way over to your oven temperature. Now remember, when you're using this as an oven, either as a steam oven, which I almost exclusively do, but you can use it as a dry oven, you simply change the temperature with the dial, you push this button, that allows you to set the time, all right? And as you'll see, almost all the recipes when you're steam roasting take about half the time as it would in your dry oven, so things they don't dry out. They're cooking in a very moist environment.
So you're less time, more fun, better tasting, juicier. Gotta love it. It's a system.
And a great
Shake my
value.
hand. Thank you, big guy. That would wrap up 4 hours of In the Kitchen with David. Just want to remind you, this is an